Good Morning Wilmington is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Wake up, y'all. Come on, have a great day.
Morning, Wilmington. My name is Vincenza, and I have my guest co-host with me, as Ivan would like to say, the handsome.
Oh my gosh, Ivan. I hope Ivan didn't say that.
No, he didn't. I changed the one word.
Thank you.
Welcome.
MeeShach Stennet.
Welcome. Welcome.
It's good.
Welcome. It is a pleasure.
you.
It is an honor to have you with us today,
Happy to be
MeeShach.
back.
If you don't know who MeeShach is, you need to go follow him. Actually, he's live right now. He introduced me to these really cool eyeglasses he's wearing right now. So if you go to his Instagram page, what's your Instagram handle?
Radio Shack.
Okay, there you go. Radio Shack. Go to his Instagram handle and you can watch him live right now as he's co-hosting Good Morning Wilmington along with me. But his eyeglasses, which are the coolest things.
They're getting to see you right now as we speak.
Really, I'm going to get a pair. So we're going to be doing this next time we co-host together. But really excited to have MeeShach with us today on this lovely Monday morning.
President's Day.
Yes,
Monday
President's Day. Ivan is is not here with us today, but he always has a great co-host that he fills in. So I'm always honored to be by your side. So what's new, MeeShach? What's going on?
Everything is going on right now. 2024 has jumped off to a great start.
Okay.
A lot of good energy around the city of Wilmington. And the state as a whole. So we're taking advantage of that. I've been out here, just making sure that I'm staying active, engaged in the community.
You're always so busy.
I try. Well, you have to be.
Yes, I
right?
love that. I love that about you.
I appreciate that, and I love watching what you guys are doing up here at DETV, the whole health initiative, right? And I think mental wellness is just such a major important thing that we need to focus on. So that's why a lot of times when I'm doing things, it's all about good energy, good vibrations.
Yes.
Right? Just having a good time.
I love that line. Good energy, good vibrations. That's what it's all about. And MeeShach always brings that to the table every time he's in your presence. So give him a follow.
Yeah, I appreciate
Give
that.
him a
Yeah,
follow
give me a
because
follow.
I've been enjoying what you do for the community, especially at DSU.
Oh, yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So DSU especially, so we do have some special guests here today from Del State, so I'm happy to be here today. But it's a big week for Delaware State University, specifically the College of Business, because this Thursday, February 22nd, is our Black Male Initiative Conference. It's our second year doing it. We had to close registration because we have over 400 young men of color, high school and college age students that will be coming down to spend time with us.
Excellent.
At our Dover campus. I will be a master of ceremonies as well as a guest speaker. And we do have a special keynote speaker this year, Mr. Montel Jordan.
Oh, wow.
Right, so Montel will be there this Thursday. Somebody said he's going to probably challenge me to a singing competition. I would suggest he doesn't do that because he's going to lose.
He's going to lose.
Yeah,
Oh.
but hey, no, seriously, we'll be down at Del State this Thursday, just having a great time, helping our young men of color just to understand what Black excellence is all about. And the best way to do that is leading by example.
I totally agree. I say that all the time, lead by example. And you do that. You do that within
Thank
the
you.
community, but also outside the state of Delaware. And I follow you on Instagram, and I love that you're so busy just traveling, but staying active and documenting that. And that's why these eyeglasses are very important for you and your mission and your purpose. I could see that it benefits you because you're able to really paint that picture for viewers, followers. You're making an impact.
Oh,
You're making an impact in the community.
Come
and
on,
I
don't
feel
start
that.
this. Look, it's
I know, right?
President's Day.
I know, we're starting this
Valentine's
week
Day was last week. You're going to get me emotional here.
Well, so tell me, how was your weekend? I know that you had an event yesterday.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit
so
about
I
that.
didn't have an event. Actually, they had an event at the Queen.
Okay, you were
right? So
attending.
so it was an R&B event. We went last night. Had a great time. Once again, just good energy. What we're trying to promote here in the city of Wilmington is not just about one specific group or what I have going on. It's about the collective.
Excellent.
So we always try to go out and support whenever people are doing things, but it was really good last night. Singing. I mean, singing right now, people just want to, you know what? I think it was COVID. You know, when everyone was locked in and away with COVID, once we came out of that shell, people want to come together.
Right.
And it wasn't just so much, I want to be on my phone or technology. They want to have that experience. They want to get together, sing, enjoy themselves. So, perfect segue, every first Sunday of the month, we have Ladies Love R&B Brunch. Right down in Smyrna, Delaware. I'm the curator of that event.
Sounds like a great
it's
event.
It's hosted by Tanny Speaks. When I tell you that we're in there singing, eating, the food is delicious. Like, we've done it every month now, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
So how can someone find out if they're, do you sell tickets for the
Yes,
event?
we sell
so
tables,
tell us how
and
can we
they're
find
selling
out
out
about
very
it.
fast.
Okay.
So you can go to my social media page, once again, Radio Shack, or you can follow us, Ladies Love R&B Brunch.
Okay.
Ladies Love R&B Brunch. Come, get your tables. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Good energy. I'm up there singing too, and if I could sing, then anybody can get up there and sing. Right?
That sounds like a fun
And we
event.
just have a good time. And we're really just waiting for the weather to get warm so we can go outside.
Do you plan on doing this for a few months or
Oh,
just?
yeah. Oh, no, we're going to keep doing this.
Is it every Sunday?
Every first Sunday of the
Every
month.
first Sunday.
Every first Sunday of the
That's
month,
it.
we're in Smyrna, Delaware. And, you know, shout out to Smyrna, right? Because, you know, I come up here, we focus on the city of Wilmington, as we
Right.
should, but we have these other cities in Delaware that need some attention. So as opposed to continually coming and bringing my clients up to Wilmington, we figured we would give a little boost to the economy down in Smyrna. And it's
Right.
really taking off. So thank you to everyone that's been supporting.
That's nice.
We
You're thinking of
definitely.
Smyrna area.
Yeah.
Yes, we even though we are co-hosting this incredible show, Good Morning Wilmington, here at DETV in the city of Wilmington, we always spread the love throughout the state of
Yes,
Delaware.
the Diamond State. So I have a lot going on, but don't act like I'm the only one who has a lot going on, right? Because I follow you too, right? And it's interesting. People look up here and say, wow, that person looks like they won a beauty pageant. And then they're going to say, and she's here too, right?
Oh my gosh,
No,
stop it.
but isn't the pageant coming up? I believe
Yes.
April?
Yes, I'm so
Please
glad.
tell the people
yes,
about
I'm
that.
so glad that you mentioned that. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm the executive state director of the Miss Delaware USA and Miss Delaware Teen USA pageant, and the annual event is coming up April 28th here in Wilmington, Delaware, actually at the Layard Performing Arts Center at the Tatnall School, and we are accepting applications. So anybody interested in joining the sisterhood, visit MissDelawareUSA.com. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, Miss DE USA or Miss DE Teen USA for more information. But applications will be closing soon. So get that application. And if you know someone that's interested in joining the sisterhood, come on down. Excited to share the experience. Thanks for
Come on
mentioning
down.
that. You
No.
should come to the
Oh,
to the show.
I was hoping to sign up as a contestant, but no, I guess
I
not.
would prefer you come as a guest.
Okay, all right, cool,
That's
cool.
okay.
All right, so, and another thing I want to mention is last week was Valentine's Day.
Oh, yes.
Right? It was also the Bob Marley One Love premiere, so we cannot forget to mention that because the city of Wilmington is the only city in America that the icon Bob Marley called home.
Wow.
He lived here with his mother, and I believe I am going to go see the movie. I named my daughter Marley after him. You know, my culture is Jamaican, so that was big for us. So for them to do a movie about this icon and for it to, you know, actually have some roots in Wilmington. So shout out to the city of Wilmington, Chandra Pitts, the One Love Reggae Festival. They had a premiere of it on Valentine's Day. It was really amazing. So we just want to keep that going on and everything happening in Wilmington. And speaking of which, last week, Valentine's Day,
Oh, yes.
the restaurant.
Woo,
I'm
yes.
sure it was popping in there.
Yes, it was we were very blessed. We were very busy all last week for Valentine's Day at V&M Bistro, which we were grateful for. But I always say, don't just wait for Valentine's Day to celebrate love with your loved ones, whether it's friends or significant other. Celebrate love all year long.
Yes.
Don't you agree with me?
I agree. Every day should be Love Day.
I mean, I feel that we should always be celebrating each other's, even if each other's minimal, I don't want to say like big accomplishments, even little accomplishments. So let's say that you had a goal and you achieved it, celebrate it. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing, but celebrate it with your friends, your family, and go out and celebrate it together.
And you know why? Because unfortunately, you don't know when's your next time to celebrate. You don't know if that'll be your last small or big goal, right? So take advantage of that. It's just like life. It's my birthday this week. I'm going to make sure I celebrate this week.
Oh my goodness, so much to celebrate.
It's an amazing
Happy
week.
Birthday.
Yes, thank you so much.
So what are you doing
I'll
for
be
your
23.
birthday?
I'll be finally able to drink soon. No? No? All right, I'm going to add a couple years to that maybe, but we're just taking it real light. Nothing major. My mom surprised me and came into town yesterday, so shout out to my wife and my kids. I don't know how you kept that a secret, right?
Oh,
But
that's
she
so
came in,
special. Is
flew
Mom
from
watching?
Florida. Yeah, she's definitely watching. This
Shout
is
out
on
to Mom.
in the living room right now of my house.
That's
while
great.
the people
Oh.
are working on my door, my family's watching it right now and eating some ackee and saltfish. I can't wait to get home and get some, by the way.
That's
Thank
so
you.
special. I love
Yeah,
that. And
so-
I hope to meet Mom.
Yeah,
shout
she's-
out to MeeShach's mom. What's her name?
Beverly.
Beverly. Shout out to Beverly.
Yes, that is like the common Jamaican female name, Beverly. And my father's name is Trevor. Like, you cannot take that away. Like, Jamaican people know. Like, that's it.
Well, my mom tunes in all the time, along with Ivan's mom, Bernie. So shout out to all the moms that are
shout out to
supporting us. What
all
would we
the
do without our moms?
Yeah, nothing. We couldn't do anything without them. And women, period. Right? And we have some amazing women on the show
Yes,
today.
we should talk about that, right?
Yeah, we should.
So, speaking of all the amazing women we have on the show, we have Dr. Patrice Gilliam, the Dean of the School and Graduate Adult and Extended Studies. Very excited to talk to Dr. Patrice. And then we have the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition representatives Natalie Belcher and Erica Saunders here to talk about very important information regarding Black History Month as well. So we're really excited to talk to all of our guests. But before we bring our guests, you know, we have a very special person that likes to really take the energy. I think he
course.
competes with your energy sometimes
I
because his
can't- I
energy is
can't with
really,
this guy,
really
man.
good.
He brings it all the way up every time. I mean,
So-
that minute.
That's right, the Blue Coats Minute. So, Coach Joe, are you here?
Hey, what's
There he
going
is.
on, Vincenza? Hey, MeeShach, you talked about the collective. Yes, we are all part of that collective. And your NBA 2022-23 G League champion, Delaware Blue Coats. He talked about the Diamond State. I'm showing you a couple right
There
now.
you go.
Yo, where's the Blue Coat Minute? Y'all know our good friends at the Member Health Caritas. But you know what? Your Blue Coats, we still in first place. Yes, let's clap it up for that. We still in first place. Oh, yes. Shout out to our people, to Quavia Smith, Ricky Council the fourth, yo, and Kenny Lofton Jr. They were up there with the 76ers, so they're doing their part, but the rest of the team is down here. You know what? Mad Ants, they're in second place, Indianapolis, but that's why they got to host the All-Star Weekend.
Right. Second place is the first to be last.
Yeah. So, you know, hey, I'm telling you, I just got back from Indianapolis. All-Star Weekend was amazing. Went down to support our guy, Darius Baisley, was in the G League All-Star game. And shout out to my man, Malik, Rose, you know, the commish, Mr. Sharif Abdul Rahim, you guys did an excellent job. The whole weekend was amazing. I'm tired, but I'm here at DETV for Good Morning Wilmington and the Blue Coats. Hey, real quick, what we got going on the rest of the week? Yeah, I'm sorry, AKA, that's Armin, but that's AKA Coach A.
Coach A. Yeah, it's Coach A.
What do we got, what we got going on?
We got a jam-packed week this week.
What do we got?
Education Day on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, Education Day. Come on, yo, bring the kids out. Field house. I'm sorry, you can't. It's already packed.
It's already
packed.
sold out.
I'm telling you, sold out. It's every year we sell it out. We got one more, but you got to be. There's an 11 o'clock game. It's Education Day. We got vendors there, tons of kids, and lunch is crazy. Getting lunch for all these kids is amazing. But guess what? We right back at it Friday.
Friday we got another game, 7 p.m.
Oh, who we got? Grand Rapids?
Grand Rapids, what's that, the Denver Nuggets?
Denver Nuggets, yes.
G League team?
Yeah, they better have Jokic to mess with us in that game.
They better sit him down for a
They
game.
better sit him down for a game to mess with us. Then we got Saturday, Open Gym.
Yeah.
Open Gym Saturday with our great partners at Member Health Caritas. We do 10 of these free open gyms every season, and it's because the Member Health Caritas stepped up and said, what can we do for the whole community of Wilmington? How can we get the kids out to the field house and they don't have to worry about nothing but getting there and having fun? And that's why Member Health partners with us so we can do that. And then we turn right around, and I'm gonna let you have this last one. It's gonna be crazy.
Sunday.
Yes, tell them.
It's the condiment duel.
Yeah,
Condiment duel, ketchup versus mustard. We got some creative things going on for that. So I'm not gonna spill the beans. You gotta be there. So
Yes.
It's a 3 p.m. game. So that's during the game.
And then after the game,
we got our
Coach
man.
Stan Groovy Laws. Yo, it's gospel night, and he's got some, yo, I'm not gonna put it out there, but the choir, the mass choir from Wilmington will be there. Shh, don't tell everybody, but we're gonna have so much fun. But you know what, I'll tell them real quick, where can they go to get all the information? Real quick, tell them.
Bluecoats.team. You get all the information, and you can also email me, imacristian@76ers.com.
Yes, and you can call me at, call Big Av, call DETV, don't bother Coach Joe. But yo, it's your boy Coach Joe, Ambassador Basketball for your NBA 2022-23 G League champion, Delaware Blue Coats.
Coach
Hey,
Joe.
Coach Joe, let me hold that ring, Coach Joe.
No, it's heavy.
It's heavy. It looks heavy from
It's
over
heavy.
here, man.
It's
I have to
heavy.
put my shades on.
Coach Joe. We have to match that energy.
Yes, we
MeeShach.
do. That's hard to match.
I know. But thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Obviously, we appreciate your time and good luck with your events.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so that's the way.
That's
That's
how
the
you-
type show that
that's
we're
how-
doing.
And that's how you start your Monday.
Yes, I mean, who needs coffee when you got Coach Joe and the
Right.
Blue Coats Minute? And we're going to keep that energy going. Right?
Yes, we are. But we're going to break to a quick commercial, and then we'll be back with our first guest. So don't go anywhere.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
Welcome back, everyone, to Good Morning Wilmington. I'm here with my guest co-host, MeeShach. How
What's
are you,
up? I'm
MeeShach?
good.
You still hanging?
I'm hanging always.
I know you can handle
Yeah.
this. You got this. All right, we have our first guest on the plaza is Dr. Patrice Gilliam, the Dean of the School and Graduate Adult and Extended Studies. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
We're wonderful. And how are you this morning?
Doing well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Dr. Patrice Gilliam.
So I've been at Delaware State University for, I just actually had my 6th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thought it was 7, but just was told over online that it was really 6. But I've been there for 6 years as the Dean of the School of Graduate Adult and Extended Studies. I've had a series of experiences through the area of academia for an ad nauseum amount of time, and also served here as in the state of Delaware as the Secretary of Labor for a couple of years before I came to Del State. Just so you'll know, our School of Graduate Adult and Extended Studies really includes our graduate programs, our adult and continuing education programs, and our online programs. So we cover quite a bit throughout the university.
Wow. So I'm honored to have you here. I am
Thank
a
you.
proud alumnus of
I
the College
know,
of Business.
I know.
Right? So we are family. I want that pin.
I'll make sure you get one.
Thank you so much. But, you know, I was blessed to be able to get my education at a young age. But we have a lot of people right now who were not as fortunate, and they might be looking to further their education now.
Absolutely.
What is it that you offer? What can you tell them to get them to come and visit you guys to maybe further their education?
So it's real interesting that you bring that up, and I think Delaware State University has really worked very hard to attract any number of students, what are considered mostly non-traditional students, students who are attempting to go to college for the very first time and maybe the first time in their family. So we offer an affordable education. We offer programs that really are in-demand programs for the most part to help people move forward and to acquire significant employment. And we really appeal to any number of different individuals, and that's why online programming has become very significant at Delaware State. Interestingly, most students at this point are somewhere between the ages of 18 and 64.
Whoa.
So
Never too late.
Never too
Never
late.
too late. And so we do a lot of programming to make sure that we're appealing to 18-year-olds, but also appealing to those somewhere in between and even all the way up to 64-year-olds.
And I do appreciate you said that age range, because if someone is listening and watching and they're maybe afraid to go back, maybe they started and they couldn't finish, or they never had the chance, or they couldn't afford at the time, but now they can. It's never too late.
Right.
So how can someone find out more information? Is there a website and an email address so they can find out more information?
Sure. So our email address is desu.edu. If you're a student who's interested in contacting the graduate school or finding out more about our online programming, you can use that same website. But at the same time, you can also call area code 302-857-8200 to get more information about our programming.
Patrice, I do have another question for you. So with the continuing education that you're offering at DSU, is there I guess you would say a wide range of majors available, or is there a specific for the continuing education?
So let me just say first, let's talk about the educational process first. So we have a good number of programs, online programs we offer across 4 colleges in the university. We have 23 programs, 6 doctoral programs. So we, again, really cover a wide spectrum of opportunities for students. In our adult and continuing education program, we do offer, again, in-demand occupations. As Secretary of Labor, I'm really aware of the fact that we really need to be appealing to students as they're coming back to school, not only just to get a career, but to get a career that is going to be meaningful for them in the long run and meet the demands of our community. So in our adult and continuing education program, we were just awarded over the last, I believe it's 2 years, $2.1 million from the state and from the department. Well, it's really the Department of Labor. I said from the state, but it's the federal Department of Labor. And that was for what we call a H-1B grant. So we're working with students who are interested in, I should say participants, community members, because they're not all students, who can come in and get training in cybersecurity and IT. And we offer a number of healthcare occupations as well. So those are the 2 areas that we're primarily focused on as a result of that grant. But we have a variety of programs that students can come in and get a credential.
Wow. So Dr. Gilliam, as the dean of these programs, where do you see it going for the future? Like, what is your vision for it, and how can alumni and just the community as a whole support what you have going on?
So it's interesting you bring that up. We have two primary programs that I think are very interesting. So let me back up and say that as a result of COVID, interestingly and successfully, over about a 5-day period of time, we were able to bring on about 1,500 plus courses online. We had to operate online.
Wow.
That was our business in education for that 2-year period of time. And so we've grown as a result of that experience and offering those kinds of programs, because we recognize that those, I talked about that range of ages for our students. So many of our students are professionals who want to come back. Many of our students are students who, for whatever reason, have not necessarily been successful when they were there before, and oftentimes leave with a tremendous amount of financial aid burdens. We've also had a number of students who, for whatever reason, are recognizing that in order for them to move up in their careers, they need to either get more education or get more training. So we appeal to a number of those students. Now, I forgot your question. What was your question?
It's okay. You answered everything already. And how can the community or alumni, how can people help support your program?
Yeah, well, I mean, financially.
Of course.
You know, joining our alumni associations is one way to make a contribution. Again, being able to make financial contributions to our university is really an important piece. But I would say to you, the Alumni Association is really important because they support our programming. I mean, we listen to the individuals who have graduated from Delaware State University, who are active members of the community, and who can tell us a little bit about what they think can make our programming better. I know what I wanted to say, because you went back and asked me how can, you know, what are some of the things that are going on that can help our students. One of the things that has been really significant for us is we have established a prior learning assessment program. So because a lot of our students are coming back and have been there before and left for whatever reason, we started a near completers program. And so what happens is that this actually happened around the time of COVID, where we recognized that there were so many students in the country, 40 million as an example, that have some college credit but never finished. Right. And so we figured, as a result of those numbers and looking at the community, hearing from our alumni, hearing from students who had been out there, that it was really important for us to figure out how we can support them. The state, by the way, has now a Pathways program, so we've become a part of that. And much of it is to allow those individuals who have credit but not finished an opportunity to come into our program to get those additional credits, but also through the PLA process to be able to get credit for the learning that they've acquired through experiences outside of the academic setting.
Excellent.
So work that they, their own work experiences, extracurricular experiences, things like that can now be used to help them get credit, which puts them above and beyond their academic experiences and can lead them better to getting their degree.
This sounds like a phenomenal program offered at DSU.
It is.
As you're continuing to speak on it some more, there's no excuse at this point. If you really want to get back to school, finish your degree, or continue and get an additional degree, or continue training, there's no excuse. You offer so many avenues.
Right.
And I do want to highlight the fact that you have the ability to take these courses online.
Exactly.
Because the working person, especially, they have their everyday job. It's hard to juggle going to school and going to work, and then let's not mention they may have a family, kids. So I'm assuming, so you can just follow up with this is very conducive, this program, to the working person.
Absolutely.
That's important for everyone to know.
Absolutely. And in addition to working adults, we also have a number of international programs. So, you talked about your Jamaican background. We have a significant number of students in Jamaica, in Barbados, in China. Wow. You know about the China programs. And so we're growing all the time. And as a result of our experiences in the Caribbean, that word is getting around. So we're in conversations to expand much further into the Caribbean area. So we offer educational programs. We just started a Master's of Business Administration there in Jamaica. So in addition to working adults and individuals who are considered non-traditional, we're really reaching out into international markets as well.
Okay, so I'm going to volunteer that you send me to do the interviews down in Jamaica. Okay, I'll take that one up.
Do you have a place there?
Excuse me, you made me cough. I wish I had a place there. No, I wish.
I was like, that'll be perfect
no.
for you.
I wish. But no, I would love, the fact that we have Delaware State University as a whole, right? When I first came back here in the 1900s, it seems like forever ago, and it was just us. But just to see how far that we have spread out all across the globe. Right. I'm super proud of it, and we are so thankful for your program and everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
So before you leave, whatever it is that you want to say to the viewers, to anyone listening right now, how people need to reach you or contact you, anything you want to say, please look at them and talk to them directly.
Thank you, and thanks for the opportunity, really. So what I'd like to do is just say to you all that as the HBCU university in the state of Delaware, that we certainly would look forward to any one of you who are interested in coming to the university for an affordable, worthwhile experience, educational experience. I would also say to you that if you are one of the individuals who has some credit and interested in coming back to the university and has a great deal of experience through work, through extracurricular activities, here's an opportunity for you to get credit for those, for the learning that comes from those experiences. And I would also say to you that we have entered into an agreement, a partnership really, with the Thurgood Marshall College Foundation. And we have established a joint center for non-traditional degree completers. So if you're an individual who, for whatever reason, has credits but would like us to support you in terms of coming back and getting credits, that is yet a second opportunity to do that. So if you're interested in any of these opportunities, please feel free to contact the School of Graduate Adult and Extended Study, which, by the way, has now opened up a facility down on the riverfront.
Yeah.
If you come into the train station, you'll see us right directly across. The big sign is there. If you're on the train, you'll pass the sign. So we're situated there, and you're welcome to come in and get any information if you're here in the city. If you're down in Dover, you can certainly stop by our campus as well. If you're down in Georgetown, we have a campus. But if you'd like to go to our website, you can go to desu.edu, or you can call us at 302-857-8000. So we look forward to hearing from you, and certainly look forward to bringing you into the university if that's your interest and desire.
Dr. Gilliam, it has been a true pleasure having you on the show, but I really appreciate that you're getting the word out and you're getting this information out to our viewers and listeners, because education is key.
Yes.
We talk about it all the time on Good Morning Wilmington, even with Ivan, but even MeeShach always advocates for education, especially with his passion with DSU. The importance of it and continuing it. And you should never stop learning.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I do want to I have talked a lot about our educational opportunities, but I do want to go back to our adult and continuing ed programs too, because we have a number of workforce development programs that are being offered, and most of those are over at our Kirkwood Highway facility.
Okay.
So again, that's yet another place where someone can stop in and talk to us about our workforce development programs.
Excellent, excellent. Are there any events coming up that we should know about that you may be hosting, or an informational event that's coming up? Do they have I feel like they do.
We have information sessions. I would again ask you to go to our website and look at the schedule of events, because our online programs operate every 8 weeks.
Okay.
So our online programming and many of our graduate programs are online. So we operate 365 days out of the year. So I would just say go to our website and look at our calendar.
Is there a way, and please forgive me if I missed this very important piece of information, because you did mention that it is affordable, which is key. Is there any assistance, scholarship available?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so I think that's important to touch on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we have scholarships available, because we also know that we're at a time where students, many cases, are coming in who have financial issues or are struggling professionally or personally. We also are offering wraparound services. So we're right there doing coaching with them and that sort of thing. So we offer a lot of support services in addition to scholarships.
In addition to scholarships.
Where else would you want to go?
DSU is where it's at.
Yeah, we're making it affordable. We're making sure that it fits into your schedule.
Yes.
So please, once again, desu.edu. Join the family.
Yes.
Thank you.
And finish your goals. It's never too late.
That's right.
Never
It's
too late.
never
And it
too
is an
late.
ongoing, learning is an ongoing experience, and Del State is there to help you in any way you want to acquire more learning. So,
Thank you.
Dr. Gilliam, thank you again for joining us. Please don't be a stranger. You should come back on the show to give us more information, because we're all about promoting education and continuing education. So thank you for all that you do at DSU and in the state of Delaware.
thank you for all that you do, and thank you for having me.
Of course.
Have a good day.
You too.
Wow. All right. So always learning. That's definitely something to keep in mind. A great piece of advice. Never stop learning. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited. Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future, but Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
Where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, You know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
Welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. I'm your co-host, MeeShach Stennet, providing support for my beautiful host, Vincenza. And listen, it's been a great show so far.
Oh, it's been wonderful.
Right.
I love hosting
Great
Good Morning
energy.
Wilmington with
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be here in the plaza with us?
Right.
Right?
I know. But it's not over yet.
It's not over. Great energy, great information, and we're just going to keep that going. We saved the last for the best because right now we have the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, and with us we have Natalie Belcher and Erica Saunders. Good morning, ladies. How you doing?
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so first off, loving the colors that you're bringing to the set today, the pink and green and the pinks. Natalie, we've known each other for years now.
Absolutely.
Delaware State University, in the building, of course.
In the building.
Right, so first off, let us just know what you're coming up here to talk about today.
Sure. So again, thank you for having us this morning. We're here to bring awareness to breast cancer, specifically as it relates to Black women and Black History Month. So just to give you a little bit of background about our agency, the purpose and the mission of the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition is to provide outreach, support, and education services to the people of Delaware. And we are a small but mighty group of women. We have been active in the community for over 30 years. And so, again, just here to support and bring awareness.
Wow.
Excellent, excellent. And we appreciate that you're here, not only just talking about the importance of Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition and its mission, but also the impact it has on Black women. So let's talk about that, and I'm going to bring Natalie into this one. Natalie, let's touch on that and let's get right to it. Tell us the importance about it.
So first, let me just say a little. When we talk about history, history is supposed to encompass everything that has occurred before and anything that happens from the present back. One of the things that the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition prides itself on is making sure that family history is the number one proponent for all of us. When it comes to breast cancer, in the Black community and in other communities, but particularly in the Black community, breast health or health itself is not a top issue. And so what we found in the state of Delaware is that breast cancer is our number one cancer killer. But not only that, it is the number one diagnosed disease in the state of Delaware for Black women and men.
That's
10 to 15% of women who are diagnosed with breast cancer will come from the state of Delaware, highest in the country, okay? And so what we aim to do during Black History Month, but every month, is to educate and to inform our community, Black women and Black men, because we actually are treating now across the state of Delaware 11 men with breast cancer. But more specifically, there are types of breast cancer. The number one type of breast cancer that tends to disproportionately affect Black women is triple-negative breast cancer. It is known as TNBC. It is a cancer that begins in the ducts of the breast and moves very aggressively throughout the breast and even into the lymph nodes. There's no cure, there's no rationale for where and why it is, but once it is discovered, and of course, discovering it is key, that is getting the mammograms, doing the self-check monthly for both men and women, loving your breast and chest is what we say. But once it's discovered, the aggressive types of treatments they're very minimal, but typically there's a chemotherapy, there could be lumpectomy, there could be mastectomy, there could be, and there is usually radiation, and then some type of post-treatment, chemotherapy treatment. And so our goal, again, with the Delaware Breast Cancer, with triple-negative breast cancer, is to employ to the Black communities, to Black men and to Black women, to get yourselves checked, to know your history, ask questions about your family. If you have a family member, whether it's a great-great-aunt, who was diagnosed with breast cancer, it is important that you say, okay, it's in our family genes. Perhaps I can ask my doctor, my primary care, or even a breast surgeon for more information. Well, that information would be this. I have breast cancer in my family. I am 40 years old. I've taken my first mammogram series, and it was clear, but what about genetic connections? And because typically breast cancer involves a genetic connection. And so the thing to do would be to talk about it, to do something about it. That means to get your mammograms and to check your breast monthly, and then to ask about it. Ask your clinicians, what path should I take? Should I find myself on this breast cancer journey?
Right. The importance of regular screening and early detection is key.
Yes.
I know a little bit about breast cancer, and it runs in my family. My mom is a breast cancer survivor.
Wonderful.
But through that process and that journey, it was scary and not knowing. And from what we know, we did not have history of breast cancer in our family. So it was we were blindsided. But now, knowing what she has went through, I've learned so much. And now I'm always screening, because I guess the key to survive and to beat it is early detection. And I think, and you touched on that, Natalie, the importance of that. Now, what if someone doesn't know where to go? Let's give them direction.
Well, the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition is all-encompassing when it comes to all things breast cancer. If you are uninsured or underinsured in the state of Delaware, if you need transportation, we provide all of those services as part of our women's health screening team. Natalie and I are part of the survivorship team, so we have a personal connection with breast cancer. I myself was diagnosed in 2017, so I am a 7-year survivor. Natalie is also...
I am a 9-year triple-negative breast cancer survivor.
Amazing. Congratulations
so
to you both.
The fact that we have a personal connection, and again, all of our survivorship teammates are breast cancer survivors, so we can come to the table with the empathy, the support, and just understanding. Like you said, breast cancer diagnosis it's scary. It is. And we can come to the table with just providing that support, providing the encouragement, and anything that the survivor might need.
Right. And so we offer programs. Our signature program is peer mentoring. So once we have a survivor diagnosed and who connects with Delaware Breast Cancer, that connection, by the way, is made either through a friend, family member, or through even the clinicians' offices. We provide information for our clinicians throughout the state of Delaware, our cancer centers, our cancer and breast care physicians. And once that information is shared with the survivor, and by the way, survivor is determined on the day that you're told that you have breast cancer, we name you survivors.
Yes.
And so from there, if contact is made with Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, a peer mentor is assigned to that newly diagnosed patient. And the peer mentor's job is to listen, to interact, contact, but to just be there to support, and then to help navigate through the journey. Our programs, there are a number of programs, and they all can be found on our website at debreastcancer.org. But it is, the essential component is the connection. And so, as Erica said, the survivorship team is made up of survivors. Believe it or not, 9 years it sounds like a great number. We have survivors who've survived 30 and 40 years. We have 23 and 21 years on our team. But significant, but the connection was that they are able to help a newly 1 month or 1 day or 1 week survivor. That's the most significant. And that navigation through caregiving, just through telling your family that you have breast cancer. The Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition is there, and we're able, through information and through one-on-one connection, to help you navigate that part.
Wow. So I have a question, because going back to when you mentioned the numbers earlier, right? Delaware is a small state, but we command such a high percentage of women with breast cancer. Why are women in Delaware being disproportionately impacted by cancer? Do we have any of those reasons?
That's an interesting question. Because
we're asking constantly.
We're asking really constantly. We are locally and nationally and internationally, seeking answers, because there's no real answer. The one thing that I will say, cancer has no respect of age nor person. And so for some reason in the state of Delaware, women, I'm not certain if it's a lack of not going or knowing history or going and following up with appointments, because as you know, nationally, the age of 40 is when we begin mammograms. Right. But that's not the age that we recommend starting to love and to check your chest. As a teenager, a preteen, 10 years old, premenstrual, postmenstrual, checking your chest and learning, checking your chest and then learning and asking questions about your family's breast history. Right. And that's significant. Or family's cancer history is even more significant, because there are connective cancers to breast cancer. And so we can't tell you why Delaware is high, but what we can tell you is that Delaware is high. And what we are aiming to do is to have our constituents, our brothers and our sisters and our aunts and uncles just pay attention to their bodies. Right. And to help to kind of knock that number down for the state of Delaware. 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer a day. Wow. Since 2023, I think we've had the most significant impact of breast cancer diagnoses in the country for Delaware. So not sure. That's an excellent question, and we are working to find an answer, actually.
And I just, excuse me, wanted to add on to that. In terms of outreach, Natalie and I are trained to do breast health presentations for Black women. So any communities, organizations, churches that want to get more information about breast health awareness and what can be done to reduce the likelihood that you get breast cancer. We provide those presentations. We also, as Natalie said, we do peer mentoring. So for those that are diagnosed with breast cancer, it's kind of, having a one-on-one support. We offer that. And then we also facilitate a program specifically for women of color called My Sister's Keeper. We are statewide. Natalie runs the Kent County location, and I'm in Newcastle and Kent. So we are doing what we can to impact Black women with breast cancer.
As well as the Sussex County. We have a My Sister's Keeper support group in Sussex County that began last October, and much needed. Those numbers in Sussex County are very high with women, Black women particularly, who are diagnosed with breast cancer.
The Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition has made such an impact on my family's life. I have to make note of this and highlight it, because you do provide the education, but more importantly, and MeeShach, again, touching on this from experience, you provide the support, because that's really what a woman needs in that moment. Absolutely. Or an individual needs in that moment. Men or women can be diagnosed with breast cancer. Right. And the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition has the resources, the education, and the support. When my mom was diagnosed, we didn't know what to do, where to go, but I had a friend. A shout out to Sue Murray at Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition. She was the first person I called, and immediately she provided support, education, and the resources. And that's very impactful, what you offer. And those statistics that you mentioned earlier, Natalie, were high, and they are high. But you're taking action, as you could see. You're taking action, you're providing the education, encouraging regular screening, starting at a younger age. And I think that's important. I think that's where, even I remember when I was younger, don't worry until you're 40 years old. That is wrong. You should be early screening as soon as a teenager, understanding.
Particularly if there's a connection, if there's history, family history. Yes.
Exactly. And I think that's essential, and it's key to early detection. But with the resources that you offer and the education you offer, what if someone is I guess you would say, scared to reach out. You know, they're afraid, they're not sure. What are some avenues? Because maybe they're afraid to talk to someone, because I know that sometimes it's very hard to tell your family, tell your friends.
I think that that's one of the benefits of, again, us being part of the survivorship team, is that, you know, we come to the table with that understanding. And so sometimes, you're right, sometimes people are anxious, afraid, you know, they don't want to talk about it, but just letting them know that we're here as a resource. If, you know, they want to come and talk to us, that, you know, we provide that support.
Yes, that's so impactful.
Needless to say, we've had many examples of newly diagnosed who have been in that exact position. And one of the things that I've heard, and I actually just heard this recently, sometimes it's best or even more comforting to reach out to someone outside of your immediate family structure. And that's one of the things that we can offer as well. I had a constituent newly diagnosed who called just haphazardly because they'd heard of the agency, and I happened to take the call. And I met with her last week, and the one thing that she thanked me for was just being. Right. And so not just as a human being, but being someone who would listen. Someone outside, and actually just a wall to bounce the ball. How am I going to tell my two daughters that I have breast cancer, and how do I tell them what to do with their own breast health? And so I think it's important that that our public understands that this agency is for the public. It's for you. And we are here. We can answer questions. We're not clinicians. We are simply survivors who are on a mission to help eradicate breast cancer.
Wow.
Passionate about the cause.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So first off, thank you so much, right? On behalf of a husband and a father of daughters, it scares me to hear the statistics for breast cancer women, but it gives me comfort knowing that we have amazing super women and survivors like you providing the support necessary. So please, before we go, if you can just look, I'm sorry, I knocked over Vincenza's camera. Please look at the people, and whatever it is that you want to express, however they can reach you, now's the time to let them know.
I'll do mine.
All right, well, I'll just say there are ABCs of breast cancer, which is what I always like to refer to. A is advocacy, right? So the first thing, be comfortable with feeling your breast, understanding your body, and knowing when something is out of order. So if you see something or you feel something, then you definitely want to say something and bring it to the attention of your provider. B is breast health, right? So we're here for mammograms, promoting screening. When you get mammograms, the earlier detection is going to increase your prognosis of full recovery. So again, just making sure that if you delay on your mammograms, make sure you schedule those appointments. And then the C for breast cancer is communication. So you always want to, and as Natalie talked about, having those uncomfortable conversations with your family members, talking about family history, making sure that you know the background of anyone in your family that might not necessarily have breast cancer, but we found that prostate cancer is also linked to breast cancer. So the defects can come from the man's side of the family as well as the female. So just being comfortable, with, talking about family history. And as we come off of Valentine's Day and self-love, self-care is a part of self-love. And so just making sure that you stay up on your mammograms.
Nice.
And I'll just follow up with just saying, I'd like to remind everyone to just love yourselves. And in loving yourselves, it means knowing yourself and knowing your bodies. Erica said it best, self-love is self-care. And so if you feel something, say something. Find a comfort, a confidant, so to speak, to say, hey, I think I felt something under my arm, or I felt something in my left breast. What should I do? If they can't provide an answer, then we are here to provide an answer. We'll help guide you through your navigation into your clinicians, and then, of course, post a diagnosis if there is one.
Ladies, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for all
You're
that you're
absolutely
doing.
welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for continuing to support other women surviving breast cancer. We really appreciate you sharing your story, because I know it can be intimidating at times, but you're not afraid to continue to show your strength because every day you show your strength that you're a survivor. So thank you for what you're doing in the community and also in the state of Delaware. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Have a great day.
Wow. Talk about self-love, love, celebrating love. We talked about it all show.
Yeah, love.
And
It's
I
all
love
about
that.
love here in the plaza. And you love and I love being here with you guys today. So thank you so much for
Yes.
having me. Can't forget, shout out to Ivan.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to
Whatever you're
Ivan.
doing, we know you're doing big things out there today. So don't worry, the spot was in good hands.
Yes, it was. Thank you, MeeShach, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Good morning, Wilmington. Have a wonderful day.
Peace.